And he tried to act like he's proud of it. You're almost 60, but you just turned 59 yesterday. You got another whole year. See, he trying to act like he's proud to be 59. Don't fall. He had 2 Kates. His mama bought him one, and you say you bought one for yourself?
Well, we got some confusion.
See, that's why I feel sorry for him. He already confused.
Not me, but my sister got it.
Amazing. So we're going to sing happy birthday for him. Might be the last time. I don't know. I'm never dying. Are you doing it or Joel?
I am.
You just did it?
Yes, you're live.
Welcome to church. I'm Jesse Peterson. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE, or go to our chat line on YouTube, and I can get to your questions and answers. It is a fellowship, so relax. It's not a test. And good morning again, everybody here.
Good morning.
How y'all?
Well.
Good. Amazing. We had our women's forum on Thursday night. It was amazing. It was like really, mama mia good. And I really appreciate that. These are some very interesting times. We have illegal aliens. We have homelessness everywhere. I had to yell at another man, and I think he was a foreigner. He was black, but he was a foreigner. He was living in the alley out there. I'm like, you gotta go. He had a whole bunch of junk. And he was like, no, I have to go. I'm like, yes, you do. And I said, they're gonna haul your stuff away today. He's like, is it the city or the state? And I said, the city, because I think the city let these people do what they want. And so I noticed now he's gone. You have to fight with them to get them out. It's a mess. But he left all his junk. So hopefully I'll pick it up this week. So we have that going on. We have the Chinese virus. We had an earthquake. Did y'all feel the earthquake? Yep. Wow, that was something else, huh? It was like, did you feel it, Joel? Did it scare you?
Well, I thought it was a dream at first until James.
You must have been having a nightmare if you thought that was a dream.
James yesterday was like, "Did you feel the earthquake?" I was like, "Oh, that was real." I thought it was a dream.
Yeah.
It was
Did
bad,
you feel
though.
it? Did it scare you?
Yeah, it scared me.
So you were still in bed?
It woke me up from my sleep, yeah.
Did you go back to sleep?
I did eventually.
Well, me too. It shook my place. It was like, whoa, like that, right? And then I said, oh, that's an earthquake. And I went right back to sleep. I'm like, am I crazy? Supposed to come back. But, I mean, we don't have so many now. We've had so many there. Is this your first time here?
Yes, it is.
Oh, welcome. Any
Thank you.
questions or disagreement? What's your name?
My name's Lizelle.
I'm sorry?
My name is Lizelle.
Linnell?
Lizelle. With a Z.
Lizelle. Welcome. How did you find us?
Spencer here has been watching your videos and has been sharing it with me, so we
Right
decided
on.
to come today.
And so did you think I was crazy when you first saw it?
No, I thought you were very truthful and funny.
Very funny, huh?
Yeah.
You know how black people are. One thing we can do, we can dance, we can sing, and we can be funny.
Yeah.
We just don't bill. But, so any questions about anything?
I do have questions.
Whatever it might be.
So I am a single mom. Is there any hope for me and my son?
No, it's over. You might as well pack up and leave. No, there is hope. Just don't get involved with another guy. You cannot, I recommend you not bring another guy in the picture until your son is 18 and gone, because it's hard enough not having both parents together. And if one parent should bring another man or another woman between them, it really, really causes the kids to become angry because they're not getting the love that they need from both parents, and now that one person is taking that attention away. So are you able to wait?
Am I able to wait?
Let her have the mic. Why you took the mic away? You took the mic away from her. You must be the boyfriend. Oh, no wonder. So I'll come to you in a minute. Let me get the truth first.
Am I able to wait to answer that?
Until he's 18.
Oh. Wait.
I'll come to you. Hold your peace.
To answer truthfully, no.
Why not?
Because 18 years is a long time.
No, it's not. It'll go by fast. It seemed to be, I know what you mean, but it really will go by fast. And so, why are you bowing?
Because
You agree with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you seek the kingdom of God in His right way, amazing things will start happening, and time will go by just like that. And then you will be grateful when your son is 18. You will be thankful that you did not bring someone between the two. You know what I mean? I can't hear you.
Yes.
Yeah. So can you wait?
Yes.
You already have a boyfriend?
Yes.
You have a boyfriend?
It's complicated.
It's complicated?
Well, we kind of split up because of your videos, yeah.
Let her talk for herself, Mama. That's your mama?
Yeah, we split up because of his views on single mothers.
Were you guys living together?
No.
Oh, okay, but you were dating.
Yes.
And then he saw my video, and what happened?
He told me about how he's a beta.
I'm gonna make you go to the corner of the room. What's wrong with you? Did you smoke pot this morning? You had a joint, huh?
No, I didn't.
So what?
But I've had a lot.
You had a lot.
So not today.
Oh, okay.
But I'm trying to keep it.
All right. And so what happened?
So we split up because he thought that I needed to be single for a while, or because he's been watching your videos, and that I needed to be single until Arrow, my son, turns 18.
Right.
But I've been, to be honest with you, I've been feeling really discouraged and disheartened because I feel like I want my son to be successful, and the statistics of single mother raised children, it scares me.
Right.
And I don't want my son suffering from that, and I want my son to be able to forgive me and his father.
Right.
So
that's why you need to do it right.
Yeah.
You need to be right and do right, and he won't hold anything against you.
Mm-hmm.
How old is he?
He's gonna turn 1 next week.
1?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a long time.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
1? That's only about 4 or 5.
No.
You know. Wow.
Yeah.
And so when your boyfriend said, "Hey, we have to break up," how did you feel about that?
It was mutual. I felt like he could be his cool uncle or something, or like be a person in his life. But at the time it was mutual, but throughout the days it's just been getting harder.
And what has?
Being apart.
And why?
Because I've always been like codependent on relationships.
Yeah. We talked about that on Thursday night without getting into the whole thing. Women are too desperate for men. Mm-hmm. They're so desperate, they can know that the man is wrong, but in their mind they're thinking, I can fix him, or somehow or another he'll get better. Don't be desperate. You know what I mean? I can't hear you.
Yes.
She's doing this, folks, but.
Sorry.
So And so go ahead. So it started to be rough for you.
Yeah.
And what does that feel like?
Depressing.
Because you don't have a man.
Yeah.
Do you feel empty?
Partially, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's your ego.
Okay.
Because women love to control men, it fulfills their ego. And so when that man is not there, it's like you don't have love. You don't have, Satan tells you don't have love. You don't have this and that. But you really just don't have control of a man to make your ego feel good. So you're blessed to let your ego die. And so when God put a man into your life, if he should, it wouldn't be to take God's place. It'll be someone just added to your life and you can take it or leave it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So be glad to feel that way. I know
Okay.
so many women, so many. I have a family member right now, and she is so desperate for a man. She's making all the wrong decisions, and I tried to tell her, but I don't want to hear that. So she doesn't want to hear it, so I have to let her suffer and die. But it's a yearning for a father that you're feeling, not just some guy.
Okay.
So let yourself go through that,
Okay.
all right? And are you doing the silent prayer?
I'm sorry.
Are you doing my silent prayer video?
I've never heard of it. No.
Oh, okay. On the YouTube channel, you didn't tell her about that?
Well, I told her to pray. She's no, I didn't tell her that.
He's been telling you everything else, right? Do the silent prayer video.
Okay.
It's on my YouTube channel, so that God can separate the real you from the not you,
Okay.
and it'll be amazing. And so that emptiness that you feel, it will eventually go away. Where's your father and mother? Have you gone to them?
Yes, I currently live with them.
You live with them?
Yes.
Have you gone and forgiven them?
Yes.
You went to your mother?
Did I tell her like I forgive her?
Yeah. No.
No.
Why not?
I guess I've like silently forgiven them in my heart.
No, you
but
haven't.
I've
That's
never-
a cowardly way out. God said, go to the person and forgive them so you can
Okay.
get your courage back and everything.
Okay, I'll do that.
So you got to face your parents,
Okay.
especially your mother. She's the hardest one. You'd rather face Hitler than to face your mother.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you got to go to her, forgive her so that you can be you and your mother will not come out of you. God will take her away from you, take her identity away. All right?
Okay.
And your father, too, for not protecting you from her. What do you think about that?
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. But do the silent prayer. You'll be fine.
Okay.
But don't let some man just replace the love of a father. You're looking for the love of a father. But God, once you forgive your father, that emptiness would disappear. All right? Amazing.
Amazing.
Any other question or disagreement?
No, agreed.
And so you going to let him go?
Yeah.
You want to be an uncle, right?
No, not uncle, just uncle.
That's not his uncle.
Okay.
You're just trying to keep him around. And then when the little baby go to sleep, Uncle, you want to hang out a little longer? And the uncle pull out a joint, and it's over. So much for Uncle. But I'm glad you're here. But really work on your life, and you will be grateful because your son will be fine.
Okay.
And you're still young, so you'll get a chance to have a boyfriend and have fun.
Okay.
All right? That's just a sacrifice we have to make when we do wrong in life. We got to suffer
Right.
for it. All
I
right?
agree. Yeah.
Okay. And so you the boyfriend.
Yeah.
What's your first name?
Speransky.
I'm not going to even try
Spencer.
that.
Spencer.
What?
Spencer.
Oh, okay, Spencer. Is this your first time?
Yeah, first time here.
Oh, this is your first time?
Yeah, glad to be here.
Amazing. And so was it hard to let her go?
Yeah, it was hard, and it was also hard looking at my life. How, like, once I started watching your videos,
Yeah.
I started realizing all the bad things I was doing. Like, I was spending all this money on her and the baby.
You were?
Beta.
Never take another man's money. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why women take the money, and I don't know why men give the money. That doesn't even make sense. You spend the money on, that's not even your wife.
That's not my wife.
And you would spend a lot of money on her and the baby?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm a beta. Because she was driving
Yeah.
me around. That's bad.
What a mess.
Total mess.
A
I was looking
total
for my
mess.
mama.
I spent a quarter on a girl once, and she asked me for a quarter in high school, and I
Yeah.
broke up with her. Now, that's the real deal.
She wanted some bubble gum?
I'm like, she's trying to take my money. Not my wife. And I broke up with her.
Yeah,
Because
so
you're
it's-
not supposed to be spending money on each other. You're just dating. You go to lunch at McDonald's or something, drive through.
correct.
You know what I mean? But don't spend a lot of money on women because you make them use you when you do that.
Correct.
You really do.
Yeah, she was using me too.
Yeah. Yeah, both parties using each other. And so have you gone and forgiven your parents?
Yeah, I had a lot of problems with that too, with my mother. Like, I still live with them. You see, all the
You
bad,
still live
I
with
have-
your parents?
Yeah, all the
You
bad
dating a guy
things
that live with his mama?
with my mom.
Did you know
my
that?
mama's house.
But as long as he give you that money, it didn't matter, right?
It don't matter.
Mama's money. And
The
so why
ED
are you still
EDD
home?
money. What?
Why you still home?
Beta, man.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old
How
are
old are
you?
you? I
Huh?
just, what is this? The 15, I turned 26.
Right on.
And we broke up that day.
On your
But-
birthday?
And then we got back, but we're broken up again.
Right on. Good. You know, believe me, you know, just right now,
But
you don't want a man that's living with his mama.
yeah, I don't think there would be anything wrong if I had my own land and we were going to have as many kids as God wants us to. But if we're going to be living together, struggling to have, like, raise one kid, like, that's not a good life. you
Right.
know?
Absolutely.
I don't have a car, like,
You don't have a car?
beta.
You have a bicycle?
I have like 3 bikes.
See?
You see?
So one for you, one for your baby, and one for
My boy.
you. What is that like being 25,
It's
living at
disgusting.
home, no car?
Disgusting.
Yeah. You smoke pot?
Yeah.
Pot here.
Buy it, yeah. And the worst thing, I didn't think anything wrong with
Yeah,
was wrong
I
with
know
it.
what you
I thought
mean.
I was like, my God, it grows from the earth. Oh, like this is God sent me this.
That's amazing.
It's amazing, my boys.
And so,
I'm
so now that you know better, what are you going to do about it?
take cold showers and go to work.
I should have asked him that. Not that, man.
Wait, what?
I
Wait,
mean,
can
are
you
gonna
repeat the
move
question?
out? Are you going to move out? Are you going to?
Oh yeah, like I've already started working. Yeah, I can't live with my mom.
Yeah.
You know, if I want to have my family,
Yeah.
I gotta let her go. You know, like I can't be spending my money. How am I gonna buy my own land
That's right.
when I'm spending all the money and I have all these vices?
Yeah.
Like I tell her, like she raised her kid good. When she's 20, you know, he'll say, "Mom, I'm gonna buy you a house." But if she don't raise, because he doesn't have any addictions. But like me, it's gonna take me a while to buy my land if I continue with all my addictions.
That's right, man.
And all of that.
Absolutely.
So it's like I'm disgusted at myself sometimes, but
Well, don't be.
I gotta
It's enough
stop
to
that,
know
you
that
know?
you need to make a change. But
Correct.
don't judge yourself for it.
Correct.
Because had your parents raised you in the right way,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be going through this.
Correct.
They
yeah.
failed you.
And
All right? So don't make it a big deal. It's enough to see it.
Yeah, and I gotta forgive them because they were raised wrong too, and
Yeah.
their grandparents they move out of their house because they were toxic with their parents, and I gotta do the same.
Yeah.
I gotta move out my house, and she's gotta do the same with her baby. I feel
Right.
like her mom is toxic too. Like
Absolutely.
she's at the point where she has to have her own house, and I'm just like a little boy, like trying to like be with her, and we're running in a circle that's wrong.
Yeah.
And
Well, right on, man. Any questions for me? Are you doing the silent prayer?
no,
Oh,
I
okay.
should.
Do the silent prayer, all right?
Yeah.
Not video. That way you can come out of your hair and you can see clear.
Yeah.
I lived in, I was telling a friend of mine, I lived in every state that I lived in, I bought land.
Amazing.
I lived in
Amazing.
Alabama, I bought land there. I lived in Oregon, doing a radio show, I bought land up there.
Amazing.
I bought land in California. It was just natural though. It was just the natural thing to do
As a
because
man?
of the way I was raised. And I didn't think much about it until I started doing this kind of work. And I realized so many guys are not raised that way.
Correct.
They weren't taught to be independent. They were taught to go to college. So the black parents and the Mexican parents, and I was telling one father, a guy who's a father to a son, I was telling him, you raise your son like a white woman. He got to go to college. But when we were raised to work hard, save our money, buy some land, because there's so many things you could do with land. There's so many things you could do.
I feel like my grandparents, they had 14 kids or something.
Yeah.
Because they had their own land, you know?
Yeah.
And if you're having all these, like, in our case, like, if I kept having kids with her mom's already worried leaving us alone because her mom's the one taking care of the kids.
Amazing.
And if we had, like, our own land, then there's no problem. Nobody has any problem with that. And
Everybody should buy, and ladies, y'all should buy some land too, because the men are all messed up.
Yep.
So you might not get a man. unless you're willing to do anything for him, and that's not a man. You're going to regret that in the long run. Well, good, man. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
All right?
Thanks
yes.
for having us.
It-
I'd like to pass this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I wanted to.
Hold on 1 minute. Yeah. Okay.
Hello, thank you for taking my question.
Yes. Your
I
first
wanted-
time?
I'm
Your first time here?
Third,
Oh, okay.
yes.
Go ahead.
I wanted to ask you, if I may, about something that you spoke about last week.
Anything.
Okay, I agree with you. I just hoping you can clarify about the relationship of woman to man and the woman and education and stuff. In this day and age, where the smartphones and, like, what if a girl grows up wanting to be an astronaut and
Don't marry her.
What's that?
If she become an astronaut, don't marry her.
Yeah, I mean,
She's not going to make for a good wife or a good mother. She's going to be in outer space somewhere.
it
And you'll be home.
is, yeah, is it, how does this weigh out in relation to former times when there wasn't as much of a broad education possibility or technology? Then it was a little more acceptable that the women keep their place and they don't need to speak a different language or anything. But how does that pan out now with 2020 and all of these things? Should the female still not get educated, or like single mothers, what are they supposed to do? And
If they're not married, they should work. They have to work and take care of themselves. But if they're married with children, they shouldn't work, and the man should take care of them. The natural way inside of a man is to be the provider. It's not something he make up, or it's not a liberal thing or an educational thing. It's in the man naturally to do that. And it's in the woman naturally to be a wife and a mother and to be home. But the children of Satan have taken the natural and turned it into an unnatural way of being. And that's why the women are not happy once they get older. They realize this is not really satisfying me. It's not completing me, because they're out of that natural order. And so that's why you have to seek the kingdom of God to come back to that natural order, and things will be fine. But women have, as far as I know, they have always been able to go to school and get an education. I have family members who are older than I am, and they went to school. But when they got married, they gave that up. And they were happy to be home and be wives and mothers and things like that. Are you going to marry an astronaut?
I am an astronaut.
Oh, are you?
No.
Oh. You smoke pot?
Only after 10 p.m.
How come everybody smoke pot? Everybody smoke pot except baby Jessica's daddy. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question for you.
Yes, take the mic for me.
Hello, by the
Hi.
way, this is my first time.
Oh, welcome. What's
And
your
I
name?
actually met these three lovely men at the Beverly Hills Freedom Rally that I organized.
I can think of many names to call them. Lovely is not one.
That's so cute, very cute.
I was on this show the other night, a black show, and this host said that black women are queens. And I said, I can think of many names to call black women. Queen ain't one. She like, I bet you can. But go ahead. Yeah, you guys are so lovely.
Lovely to me. I'm a
No
mother,
wonder
so
y'all have
I've
the
got that
hats.
motherly, aspect, right? Single mother as well.
Look at these lovely guys. They have their hats. They have on their laps in the same way. That's too lovely.
Okay, the Three Stooges. Okay, well, just Minnie Mo and Jack.
Yeah, but go ahead.
So I'm on Facebook, and everyone's crying about, the death of Ruth Ginsburg. Thank you. And I am not. And I'm very honest, and I'm like, I'm very happy she's off the face of this earth. And is that very Christian of me? But it's the truth. It's how I feel.
Right.
And she's been very detrimental to our society. And it's kind of like, I'm happy a eugenist is off the earth. I'm sorry, but she's killed many babies. And,
Yeah.
thank you, Lord. I'm like, thank you, Lord, for taking her out of this earth. And people are so mad at me right now.
What kind of Christian are you?
I know, right?
You'll be a Catholic.
I'm not a Catholic. I'm definitely not a Catholic.
No, but
I don't pray to Mary.
when I found out she was dead, I woke up and I saw the report she was dead. I'm like, finally.
Okay, good. So we're right there with
I'm
you.
like, wow, she was holding on for dear life.
I know. Yes, exactly. I heard her last words were that she hoped to be alive when someone else was president.
Yeah, when she died, I was thinking, because I remember once they were holding a State of the Union speech or something, and she was asleep. They showed. I'm like, is she dead? But I feel nothing about it.
Yeah, I felt ding dong, the
I'm
witch
like,
is
let
gone.
the dead bury the dead. You know?
Okay, so it's not just me.
No, it's not.
I'm not a terrible Christian. I'm not a terrible Christian.
You are
Okay.
a good Christian.
Okay.
Because this woman, for killing the unborn children, I don't know of anything that she stood for that was good.
Yeah.
And so I don't see why you should be shedding tears over that.
Yeah, she even wanted us women, if war went out, that we would be, what is that called, drafted to war. And I'm like, well, what would happen to our children? The government would take our children? Like how crazy is that? That's nuts.
Well, I hope she visit with George Floyd's mother while she's down there.
And Cummings and John McCain,
Yes, all
they
of
can all
them.
hang out together.
But
They
no,
can all
I didn't
hang
feel
out and be friends.
In all honesty, I didn't feel anything either. I was thinking.
By the way, can you be a
finally she
speaker
got-
at the rally? Can you come to the Freedom Rally and be a speaker?
up there in Hollywood?
Beverly
In,
Hills.
Beverly?
Beverly
Yeah,
Hills.
I can. I'll come.
That'd be awesome.
I just want to participate anyway, but I definitely show up.
Yay.
Okay. I
Every
went up
Saturday.
there yesterday.
Huh?
I went yesterday.
You did? I didn't see you there.
At 1 o'clock. I thought it was at 1.
Oh, it's at 3.
Yeah.
I guess you didn't get my flyer.
I guess not. If I got it, I didn't read. I'm black.
You're not a liberal, are you? By the way, I've been putting stuff with Ruth's actual information, and people are not even reading it. They're like, that's not for my. I said it says by Ruth, Ginsburg. So I'm like, do you guys not even see what's in front of you? It's scary. Liberals literally don't see what's in front of them. It's
Well, that's
nuts.
why we have to be the light of the world and the salt of the earth. We
Yeah.
have to show, because when you're in a fallen state like that, you literally think what you're doing is right.
Yeah.
So they can't help it. They really can't help it. And that's why we have to wake up, come back to the Father, and become examples.
Yeah.
So that, because some of the people in that crowd, they're looking for the right way. They really want to overcome, but they don't have any examples for them in the homes or in the schools or anywhere. So we got to become living examples. They really can't see.
True.
Right.
Well, I've been telling everybody, Senate Bill 145, second paragraph, look at it. I mean, really trying to protect pedophiles, I've been telling people about Senator
You've been
Harris.
telling them about what?
Senate Bill 145.
Oh, yeah.
Second paragraph. And then
What a
I've been telling
mess.
about, Senator Harris was protecting the Catholic priests that were pedophiles.
Well, we got to get good men and women to run for office. We need our government back.
Yeah.
For the people.
Absolutely. Are
Well,
you
I'm
going to
glad
run?
you're here. Thank you for coming.
Are you going to run?
They won't vote for me. I've said too many stuff, too much things.
No, people need this. Political correctness is a Marxist movement. We
I
need
know.
to stop that.
Yeah. Well,
So-
let me smoke on it.
Oh, you smoke weed? You smoke
I'll
weed?
get one from one of these nice guys. Oh, lovely guys.
Lovely, lovely.
Lovely.
Yes.
Yes, Cheryl, and then Ernest. I saw your hand, right, Ernest? Okay.
About Ruth Bader Ginsburg, my friend told me that Obama said, why don't you retire so I can, put somebody, like younger and, that way the legacy, and she
Right.
didn't want to retire. She didn't want her ego. She didn't want to do it. And so now the court's going to turn, I think 5-4, would it be 5-4 or 6-3, and see if she would have, retired. You know what I'm saying? So it all
Well,
kind
I'm
of
glad
works
she
out.
didn't retire.
I am too. It worked out for us.
I'd rather have her dead.
Yeah. No. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know. I had not heard about that, but I'm glad she's gone.
Yeah, and I was also looking at this, since the election's coming up and everything, they played like all the people that said Trump will never get elected. And they were so mean and so nasty and so sure. And somebody wrote in the comments, like, I never knew why they hated him so much. But they hate him because before he was elected, they downed him and made
Well,
fun of him.
what it is, we have good and evil in the world.
Yeah.
And those are just seem to be excuses, but evil hate good and good hate evil. It's discerned about, but you like that, but we can't get along with evil. It just doesn't work in families and in friendships and all kinds of things. So it just doesn't work. But they put names to it when it's really a battle between good and evil. That's what's going on. That's why I want you to see that, so when you debate these people, you don't get into that kind of argument they want to take you into. It's really about good or evil. Yes, Hermes.
Not to get political, but there's a push right now to
But you're going to do it anyway?
get.
Don't you hate it when people say not to get, but,
No, I think
not to curse you out, but?
this
Yes.
this is safe. There's a big push right now by Republicans to get Trump to nominate a female, and I wonder what you think about that.
Well, that's my biblical question for this week. My new biblical question: should President Trump pick a man or a woman for the U.S. Supreme Court? What do you say?
Absolutely should pick a man,
Why?
because
Misogynist. All in the name of Jesus.
I mean that men are just the men that he's, for the most part. I think he should pick somebody like in the vein of Scalia or Thomas, a conservative Christian man, because they're more reliable for the most part.
In what way?
They're more logical. They're more trustworthy. Yeah.
Are you married?
No.
Well, you can hang it up. Thinking that way. Well, I can't respond. I'll respond next week. But that is my biblical question for this week. All right? I saw another hand somewhere. Right here. And I have a question. This your first time here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, right on. What's your name?
I'm Ezekiel.
Ezekiel. That's
Yeah.
out of the Bible.
Yes, sir.
A holy one.
I wish, brother.
And that's James Haight behind you. And he's like Jesus.
He's got a beard like Jesus.
Yeah. He has good hair like Jesus. Go ahead.
Pleasure.
glad
to
you're here.
Pleasure to meet you. We're both from Bakersfield, so we
Right
got
on.
to drive up. But so my initial question is, we've known each other since high school, and we've been dating since high school, and we're trying to prepare to get married in the next coming months. And I left college to pursue a career in real estate, and I've just
Right.
been trying because I couldn't stand like the brainwashing. It felt like
Right on.
brainwashing every day, and it's like I was paying money to have people disagree with me every day, you know.
I know, it's amazing, man. Since the Chinese virus, we see all these educated children out there rioting and carrying on. And I'm hoping the schools never open back up.
You're telling me, bro.
I mean, because pure brainwashing.
I agree with you. But so I've been trying at this career for about a year now to get my feet off the ground, and I'd like to get married sometime early next year or middle next year. And I'd just like to know your advice for what I can do in the next coming months to prepare myself as a man to get married.
How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Oh, you're 20. Don't be in a rush then. You know, you guys should wait until you're prepared. That way, your wife don't end up hating you for struggling once you get married.
How can I prepare, sir?
I'm sorry?
How would I best prepare?
Make sure you save 10% of your money every time you make money. And when you start, are you working already in real estate, or are you learning it?
Well, I'm doing like a work internship sort of thing.
Are you able to make money from it?
I make money from it.
Oh,
yes.
good. Well, save. Seek the kingdom of God. Are you doing my silent prayer?
Yes, sir.
Good. Well, just do that. You guys are not living together, right?
No.
Oh, good. And no sex.
No, no.
Oh, you'll be fine then. Just take your time. 20 is kind of young anyway, so give yourself a year or so and save your money and get an apartment, and eventually you guys will be able to do it the right way, and it'll work out in an amazing way.
What do you mean, like the right way? Just like following what you just said?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Make sure you can financially take care of her,
Yes.
and because she's going to get pregnant right away. the morning after the night of, she'll be pregnant. You waited this long? If you doubt me, ask Mark. They have a pretty little girl. We're going to show the picture of the baby tomorrow on the show. And Mark got his wife pregnant the same day they got married, look like. But so I want you to be ready for that. So either, save your money, give it a year or two. Okay. Still date, but do it the right way. No sex, no living together. Save your money, get you an apartment, and then get married and do it that way. And eventually you guys can buy some land, and one thing will lead to another one.
All right. And I had another.
And don't compare yourself to anyone else. Don't try to live like anyone,
Yes, sir.
If the Joneses have a big home, you don't have to have that. Right. You get what you can afford and work your way up. It's easier that way.
So that's what thank you.
Right
That's
on.
very good. But I had another question. She has a question for
Okay.
you too. So, but, well, the thing I was going to ask is I'm at that age where I'm seeing a lot of my friends enter college, and I have a lot of friends who are, very conservative or very not liberal, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And I see them going to these universities, and I have one friend I think of in particular, a lady she 27 years old now, and they go and they get these educations and they get in debt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they don't have nothing to do with it once they're out. Like I feel like they're just driving their life in a bad direction.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, let me back up a little bit. I got a little passion going there. I have one buddy who's going to a school right now, and he's paying for it out of pocket, can't get no scholarships or anything. And he's trying to get married to his girlfriend right when he gets out of college, and she's not a God-fearing woman, and she never has been, but he is a very good God-fearing man.
What's a God-fearing man?
I say someone who respects God and lives by the word of God.
Oh.
I don't know, what would a better word for that be?
No, I hear that term a lot. I just didn't know what that was.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
but-
I mean
yeah.
a man who respects God
Right,
very
go
much.
ahead.
And I've tried to kind of have conversations about it like that. I personally don't feel he's going to have a happy life if he gets married to a woman that doesn't have the same love for God as he does. So
Right.
I wanted to ask, how would you take this approach in correcting him?
First of all, you got to become a living example yourself.
Okay.
And then if you're in a conversation with him, I would tell him, if he doesn't want to listen to that, just let him suffer and die. There's nothing, because we can't make another person see the truth, and we can't make another person change, right? We only have to be the living example of it and point the way, but it's up to them to take it. And if he is a God-fearing person, he should know that already. Because the one thing about God, he doesn't let us go dumb at all. It's so amazing to live in the light of God. And so he should be able to already know this.
So do you think Satan is blinding him or putting the blinders on him?
Well, I would have to talk to him. I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
that's fair. I understand.
But if you see him about to fall off the bridge, you should warn him. But that's all you can do. You can't make him not do it.
And am I to love him? He's my best friend. I've known him for 12 years. Not just love him anyway.
And that's right. Meaning don't hate him. We are not supposed to judge one another. We may disagree. We can have doubt, fights, yell at one another, but not hate one another. So you don't hate him.
All right.
Let's be a friend to him and let life unfold.
Right. Okay, I'm sorry. I got one more for you if you got
Yeah,
time.
no problem. Yeah, you
All
came a long ways.
Yeah. Well, I've been waiting to talk to you for a long time, my
Right
friend.
on.
So the last one, me and her were just having a discussion about it the other day. Thank you.
Who phone is that? Go ahead.
It is me. Like I said, I've been trying to take steps to become more of a man and kind of fill out the role of a man because I see a lot of people that I just think really drop the ball on that.
Yes.
But one problem I still feel I have in my heart is I have a hard time forgiving myself, as I think like my friend I was just telling you about fights that either physical fights or times I've just yelled at him or other friends I don't have anymore that I've gotten real mad at and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I know they don't think about it anymore, but I can't stop feeling like I was I don't like feeling like I was stupid about something,
Right.
and I don't like feeling like I was a bad example of God because of something. So how can I relieve that? How do I stop?
You got to overcome your mother. That's your mother's nature inside of you. You have her mindset and her emotions, so you treat your friends the way a woman would treat, or a girl would treat friends. So you got to overcome your mother. Then you would naturally become yourself, and you will cut that out. Because you're not yourself right now. You're your mother.
I see.
That's why you're imposing your will on them, and you're judging yourself, and you have doubt. So it's really good that you don't get married right now. Stay dating, but give it some time. Have you gone and forgiven your mother?
You mean like verbally, like as you said?
Yes.
Well, my mother she has just been very cruel, I'd say, throughout my most, and I'm not like physically abusive. She's just very anxious constantly, and she doesn't control herself very
Yes.
well. And last time I did, when she got onto me about something, I did confront her about it. And I said, I've forgiven you for all the things you've done to me that I don't agree about. I don't hate you in any way, but I do forgive you. And that, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago.
So you went to her and forgave her?
Yes, I did.
And what did she say?
She just started crying. She couldn't respond.
Oh,
she
good.
I think she can attest to. She's been a lot more kind-hearted since then.
Are you living with her?
I do. I live with
okay.
both my parents.
Have you forgiven your father for not protecting you from her?
No, sir.
You have not?
No.
And why not?
I don't have a relationship with my father.
Why not?
He has a drinking and drug problem.
And what did it have to do with you?
He'd rather do that than spend time with me, I suppose.
Have you said, I want to talk to you? Have you told him that?
Not in a long time.
Go to your father and forgive him for not being there for you. He can't help himself. And then do this. Are you doing my silent prayer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, stay with that. But you got to forgive your mother and forgive your father, and things will start to change. God will give you back your original self before you were traumatized by your mother. So you should be working on yourself right now. All right? Go to school. Do your job. Forgive your mother and father, and you will automatically change. And then when you get married, it will be a husband and wife and not two lesbians. Because if you're dealing with your friends in that way, that's how you're going to deal with your wife and children. And they need you to be patient.
You're right, sir.
They need to see nothing but love in you. So make sure you forgive your parents and do the silent prayer, all right?
Yes, sir.
And stay with it. But you got to forgive your father, and don't judge him. Your father cannot help himself. He has not overcome his mother, based on what you've said.
That's true.
And he has not overcome your mother, so he's like trying to escape.
I agree.
So you got to go to him and talk to him.
All right.
Does he live with you guys?
Yes, my parents are still together.
Oh, good. Well, talk to him.
Yes, sir.
And just take him aside, away from your mother, and just say, a little idea. Dad, I forgive you. I understand now why you're the way you are. I'm sorry for holding that against you. And you'll be fine.
Thank you,
Good
Reverend.
questions, man.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good that you're not married right now because you need to overcome that. Because once you get married, it's going to be a lot of stuff you have to deal with.
I agree. Thank you,
And you
Reverend.
want to be ready for it. All right?
Thank you, sir.
And welcome, man. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
No woman is good, but all is well. What's your first name?
My name's Anna.
Anna, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So your questions for me are what?
So I guess I'll just start off with my biggest question first.
Okay.
I've been watching your videos and like listening to your radio show and stuff like that. And I've heard you like even here talk about forgiving your parents.
Yeah.
And I understand like how you forgive somebody,
Yeah.
but is there something specifically that you tell people to do when they forgive somebody, or is it just to like kind of like have a conversation, put it like everything out there, and then say at the end like, I've forgiven you for this, or is it?
That's a good question. Don't plan what you're going to say. Get
Okay.
to know yourself, and you're going to see within yourself is just evil. And it's going to blow your mind. And you're going to see that there are things that you have done,
Yeah.
and you couldn't help yourself, right? And you wouldn't want someone to be mad at you, especially your kids,
Yeah.
for doing things that you couldn't avoid. You couldn't help it. And likewise, your parents don't want you to be mad at them. And so once you can see yourself, you go to your parents and say, hey, Mom, you a nutcase. It's hard to deal with you. Satan is your daddy,
Yeah.
but I understand.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for holding it against you. I'm just throwing out things.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry for holding it against you.
Yeah.
And when you do that, God will forgive you, and everything will start. You'll wake up, and things will start to change.
Okay.
And forgive your father, because you cannot know God and have any anger toward your father.
Yeah.
You can't hate your earthly father and expect to love God.
Yeah.
So forgive your earthly father for not protecting you. He couldn't help it. But don't plan all the things. It's enough to know you need to go. Don't ask for forgiveness, but forgive.
Okay.
And you will be forgiven, and it'll be amazing.
Okay.
All right? Are you still living with your parents?
Yes.
And so you haven't gone to your mother and father yet?
No.
And why not?
I
You smoke pot?
no.
You smoke pot? Oh, you're all holy. You drink?
No.
Oh, you drink?
No.
Oh, okay. Why haven't you gone and forgiven them?
Because I still live with them. I don't want to cause problems while I live there.
What type of problems?
I don't know. I'm just scared of. I'm scared of causing a problem. And
Like what?
I don't know. Like, I guess I'm just scared of my mom.
I
Like,
know,
that's it.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
We as adults are afraid of our mothers.
Yeah.
That's mind-blowing. That's not normal,
Yeah.
right? So once you go and forgive her, you would never be afraid again.
Yeah.
You will have perfect love, and you would not be afraid of anyone. You'll
Yeah.
treat everybody the same, even Black Lives Matter. And so that's why you got to go and face her, so you can get your courage back.
Yeah.
And the only way you're afraid of her, you resent her. You have anger toward her.
Okay.
So you got to do it.
Okay.
You want me to come up there?
Yeah. If you wouldn't mind. It's only a 2-hour drive.
Can you do Skype? Can you and your mother come on my show, FaceTime?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you want to.
Yeah, let's do it that way. I can help you deal with her.
Wait, right now?
On the show is on Monday through Friday.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh. I was like, I'm not ready right now.
So talk to her and tell her to come on the show, the two
Okay.
of you, and we can work it out.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
What would happen if you asked your father to go with you to deal with your mother?
I think he'd think I was crazy.
Why-
Think
why
he's
do you-
terrified of her too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Men are afraid of women because they're afraid of their mothers.
Yeah.
Once they overcome mother, though, they won't be afraid of women anymore.
Yeah.
That order of God in Christ, Christ and man over woman, and woman over children will come back naturally for the men.
Yeah.
And they will treat everybody the same. And so will you once you forgive your mother.
Yeah.
So if you want me, I can do it on the show.
Okay.
Have the both of you on the show.
Okay.
All right?
I think I'll do it. Yeah.
Make sure you talk to Nick, my producer, before you leave.
Okay.
Have Nick to come here so she can see what he look like. He's the anchor baby.
Okay.
You ever heard of him?
I don't think so.
You know what an anchor baby is?
Like an incubator? Is that what?
Well, we can call him that too.
Okay.
But that's Nick right there.
Okay. Hi, Nick.
That's my producer. So give him your contact information
Okay.
and take his
Okay.
so that he can work it out when to have you guys on the show.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Any other question for me? And I'm telling you, once you deal with your mother, and if she start crying, that's fine.
Yeah.
And if she get mad, I can't believe you.
Yeah.
What the?
What do I do with that?
You just look at her like you're looking at a movie.
Okay.
And then she's going to say, you just looking at me. You're like, yeah, you're acting pretty nutty.
Okay.
Or if she lay down and die,
Oh.
you just say, oh, mom is dead. I wonder if she had insurance.
Oh.
I encourage you before you talk to her, find out where the insurance papers are. Normally they're in the drawer in the kitchen,
Okay.
the corner drawer.
Okay.
All right. But you're going to be fine. And you
Okay.
guys should work all this out before you get married.
Okay.
Because once you get married, you have sex, and everything going to really come
Yeah.
to the forefront, and you'll be ready to deal with it.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm glad
Any
to
other
hear it.
question or disagreement for me?
Not yet. Not now.
Well, you're going to be fine, especially once you forgive.
Okay.
All right?
Thanks.
Are you doing my silent prayer, that video?
I do it at night. I forget in the mornings, but I have been doing it at night.
We'll do it in the morning, too.
Okay.
All right? Morning and night.
Okay.
That way you get further away from the darkness of your imagination.
Okay.
And you'll just walk in the light.
Okay.
And it's amazing. All right? So you in love with him,
Yeah, I like him.
but you don't love him.
No, I love him.
Why?
Why do I love him?
Yeah.
He's very kind. And I think that he's the only person that's ever been like truly patient with me.
Right on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you guys well. Do it the right way,
Okay.
and you will have a marriage that will last until death do you part.
Okay.
It really will.
All right.
And you're going to argue and disagree at times, but it won't be devastating.
Yeah.
Because you have love, and so love keeps you together.
Yeah.
All right? So make sure you go and forgive.
Okay.
All right. All right. Anything else?
No, not
Okay.
yet.
All right. Let me take a phone call and then to you. Man, I can't believe time going by. This is fun, right? Yeah. Oh, amazing. We're fellowshipping. What's wrong with you?
Me? I actually just got some irritating news.
Oh, I know you're looking kind of crazy. No, I'm sorry. We're going to hold your irritating news. All right? Okay.
Acronym on Periscope says
Who?
that acronym on Periscope
Okay.
says that with that voice, Ezekiel needs to be on radio.
Nice.
Before I get to the call, I want to read a.
Is that good or bad?
It's a nice comment.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Malkuth X gave a super chat on YouTube and asked. He says, "My stepdad was my only example of a man growing up. I'm glad my mother married him. I've seen when a woman doesn't have a man, they often turn the kids into the boyfriend or girlfriend. What do you think?" So he liked his he liked
Did
having
you give a big super chat or a little with all that?
It was a generous super chat.
Oh, okay. Repeat the question.
Malkuth X says, "My stepdad was my only example of a man growing up. I'm glad my mother married him. I've
Okay.
seen when a woman doesn't have a man, they often turn the kids into a boyfriend girlfriend. What do you
Yeah,
think?
that does happen a lot. And that's unfortunate. And especially nowadays, the mothers are into their sons like that's her husband. It's kind of weird. So make sure you guys let your mothers know, I'm not your husband. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not turned on, so back off. You got to correct that. Don't let that happen to you, all right?
Okay, now to the call, please.
All right. James, so controlling.
Peyton in Miami, Florida, has a hard time accepting no sex before marriage.
Who's that?
Peyton.
Peyton?
Peyton.
Peyton,
Hello?
Welcome to church. You're on the air.
Am I here?
Yes. Go ahead.
Can't hear nothing. Hello?
Oh, you can't hear? Is
Hello?
Nick back? Did Nick put him on? Well, he has to be on for me to hear him. Yeah, we'll come back to you. Don't hang up. We'll come back to you, all right? Yes, sir.
Hi, happy to be here.
This your first time?
No, I was here a couple of years ago. That's
couple
why I'm
years
here
ago,
again.
okay. Welcome back.
I hadn't spoken to my mom in a long time, and I called her. She lives in the East Coast.
Right.
And I called her, and I forgave her, and she was happy to hear from me. So she was nice, and she apologized for my bad childhood and blah, blah, blah. And I moved on. And I was like, okay, everything's fine now. And
A little louder for me.
okay, my life got better, and I would talk to her every once in a while, and the old stuff would keep coming up. She would keep being undermining and mean and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And recently, certain aspects of my life are going good, and I hit a plateau where in order to get things better, I'm getting anxiety again. And I've been listening to your show, and just things you've been telling people, I'm like, I need to do that, and I guess I didn't do it right the first time. So I started thinking about my mom, and all this stuff started coming out. I started getting really angry at all the stuff she even continues to do. She'll just criticize me for no reason, and like randomly. And I realized I don't really know how to forgive. So I'm very confused about that. And you mentioned Skype earlier. I really don't want to get on a plane and head out to the East Coast for this.
Right.
But I kind of, whatever I need to do at this point. But you mentioned Skype. That sounds like maybe an easier option for me. But
Can you do it? We should talk to you on FaceTime or Skype.
she'll do anything.
Well,
She-
you should
yeah.
do it then.
Right.
Because you want to face her if you can.
Right.
When you deal with her, so you can overcome the fear.
Okay, here's the thing. I think she spoke to me before because I didn't talk to her for years. So she wanted me there. She wants a relationship. So I could tell her anything then. You'll probably disagree. I don't feel I'm afraid of her. I'm incredibly angry at her. And I have, like, the stuff I was writing this morning, that's why I showed up today. I was writing it very early, and I'm like, I need to go to church because I was like, I want to call her up right now and be like, and list like 20 things throughout my whole life. Here's what you've been doing. Here's the pattern, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And I feel like I would feel good doing that, but that's not forgiveness. So I'm just
Right.
very confused I don't know what you mean by forgiveness.
You know how you have offended people you didn't mean to, or you've done things that you couldn't help yourself, and you couldn't believe you did it, and you're like, I will never do that again. That's amazing. And you find yourself doing it again. It's like you can't help yourself.
That's
It's
the
like
thing.
when you get angry with your mother, you don't want to be angry at her, but you can't help it. It's like something else is causing you to become angry.
I have a hard time relating to that because I tend to be a pushover. I tend to be overly nice to everybody.
Beta.
Right, and I'm not happy about that.
But don't be happy or sad about it.
Okay.
It's enough to see it.
Yeah.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
No, but I'm going to
Well,
start.
suffer then. Well, I'm wasting my time. What the? Our battle is a spiritual battle. And if you've been aware of me for 2 years, you should have heard me say you got to do the silent prayer because it's spiritual, and God will guide you, and you will see when, where, and how. But if you're not doing the prayer, you're going to be off key. You're going to deal with her in the wrong way, at the wrong time, with the wrong mindset. but you should do the silent prayer so he would guide you.
Okay.
All right?
Cool, thank you.
Make sure you do the silent prayer.
I will.
And once you forgive her, if you talk to her again and she try to be all, however she's crazy, you will be able to correct her. Hey, I see what you're doing. Calm down, or I'm not going to have anything to do with you.
I
see
do
you
that.
trying to ease back in on me.
I
here.
totally see that, but I get emotional. I get so angry that
That's
she
why
does
you
that
need to
to
do
me.
the silent prayer.
Okay.
Because you drifted into your head and you don't realize you're getting into the thoughts about her. And so it's causing you to be angry.
Okay.
But you got to stay out of those thoughts. It's impossible to get angry if you're not in your head.
Okay. Thank
right?
you. Yeah, thank you.
But do the silent prayer.
I will, thank you.
Do you want to come on the show with your mother?
I don't want to do that to her. She would hate that. Yeah,
That's all right. She already hates everything. It'd just be an addition.
I love the offer, but I'm going to have to pass. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, do the silent prayer, all right? And then you would see how to deal with her in the right way. And how about your father? Have you gone to him?
He passed away.
Oh, okay. Well, deal with your mother.
And I don't feel I have a lot of, when I think about him,
Right.
I don't really
That's
feel
right.
anything, so yeah.
Most adults don't hate their fathers.
Yeah.
It's the mothers that they hate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Amazing, huh?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Let me take her first. Okay. And then I got to ask this question. Yes.
Hey, thanks.
Hi, this your
for-
first time?
Yes, we
Wow.
came from San Francisco.
Right on.
There's no church anywhere where we are.
You
so-
said what now?
There's no church anywhere
I
where
know,
we
it's a
are.
mess.
Yeah, it's sad. It's depressing.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful you have this forum for people. So I'm not afraid. I've been, beat up and roughed up by, the just children of the lie, because I
Yeah.
sing at rallies and I do conservative music, and I've been roughed up lots of times, and it's not great, but I deal with it,
Right.
and and I won't always wear the mask. But then this thing happened. I wasn't sure if I'd done the right thing, so I was with my friend in Clear Lake, where I go sometimes. It's 9 hours from here in the mountains, and they say the authorities say that even singing is bad because it means you are spreading COVID, so you're a bad person if you sing. And it's like, I kind of laughed too, but then this is what happened. So the church I used to go to, which is closed, of course, my friend, she has 2 little kids. She plays piano there in the church, and they Zoom it, and she'll play the piano, and they won't even sing it. Her and the pastor, who's a woman, won't even sing because that's evil. So they'll have people watch, and they play, but they won't even lead them with the song because makes no sense, but
Don't go back to that
No,
church.
well, I already knew when that happened. I realized all these churches, I
Yeah.
didn't know how bad they
Send
were.
the preacher a Dear John note.
Yeah, it's so she gets paid, and I don't
You
judge
know
her
what
for.
Dear John note is? No. Oh, you don't want to know.
Well, so I went with her and sang for her kids, right, at a coffee place, and they had missed singing. So then someone called in a complaint, and then she was in trouble with the authorities, and they told her that it was reckless endangerment of minors. And so it was scary.
That's worse than rape.
And so I told them.
That sound worse than rape itself.
Yeah, so they were going to give us a
Reckless
$1,200.
endangerment for
They're going to
children.
give us over a $1,000 fine.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Lake County. We've had 3 deaths. It's 65,000 people, and yet, so I told this woman bureaucrat, I said that I had done it and it was my idea, and I took the blame and said we wouldn't do it again, even though I disagree and think they're idiots.
Right.
So my question's sort of like, I felt handicapped for the first time because these are little kids, and I can't be responsible for getting them in trouble, and they're not even
Right.
mine. And so it was real. They were warning her, like, we had to sign a thing and got a warning. And so they said, okay, we'll give her just a warning, but don't do it again. And does that make sense? Like, I have, even though it's scary sometimes, and I've been roughed up or beat up, even singing at a rally, but it was different. I felt for the first time kind of uncertain, like, I'll take the blame, and we didn't want her kids to get in trouble. So because they said that
Right.
they would, yeah.
That's
so
smart.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you thought it wasn't being like beta.
Instead of the mother having to pay the fine and
Yeah.
lose the kids,
Yeah.
do you have to pay the fine?
Well, they said I could make payments, and they made it in half, 600. I
They brought
know.
it down to $600.
I know, but it's
It
you
sure
can
is.
say that, but when her kids are 4 and 2, they're a nice little family, and already I've lost work. We don't have any money, and that's her only job is at that little church, and I didn't want her
Yeah,
because
no,
the
you
church,
did the right thing.
right? So
And so your question is what?
just kind of that, like,
Yeah, you
was
did
it
the right thing, but I would
okay?
just stay away from them.
Yeah, and I am. I haven't gone back because she's not even political. She's nice, but kind of
Right.
asleep.
Yeah.
But like you say, I don't get mad at her or judge.
Right on.
You know, but so
Yeah.
yeah, that was
No,
it.
you
Like I
did
didn't
the
know
right
if you'd ever
thing.
run into something like that where it's not you are allowed and your adult friend, but there's kids involved.
Right.
And you're even with someone who's not necessarily awake.
That's
so
right.
she didn't even know, are we now bad people for singing? Right? So
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So
No, you did the right thing.
okay.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
So this is your first time here?
Yeah, we came from San Francisco. We are so happy.
We who?
My friend Danny.
Oh.
Yeah, it's his
Hey,
first time
Danny.
too. Yeah.
So are you doing the silent prayer?
I just started and it's amazing. It really
Did you
is.
start this morning?
No, I started 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Stay with it. Morning and night?
Yeah, it's made a difference.
Yeah,
I
stay with
I
it.
was doing it in the mornings, like 3 times a week, and then the last week I started doing it like in the morning and the night
Good.
before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay with that.
It's amazing.
It'll be amazing. It gets better.
Yeah,
Right?
I
It
already
really
feel
does.
better about
Okay.
stuff. So yeah,
Right
thank
on.
you for that.
Yeah, stay with that. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
But yeah, you did the right thing.
Okay.
And just learn from it and move on.
Yeah, I'd never encountered anything like that.
It's crazy
so-
right now.
Yeah.
But it's going to all work out for the good.
Okay.
Because a lot of people are examining themselves now. They can't believe what's going on, but it's
Yeah.
making them look at themselves, and things will be fine.
Yeah.
It really will be.
Like, because I can't even really get work anymore in music. Most people can't, but I've been basically blackballed or blacklisted, they call
Yeah.
it. Because unfortunately, you Google my name and they'll just see that it's something conservative or that I was at some
Right.
rally. And
Well, God will open
yeah.
up. He will open up for you. He
Yeah.
will open up opportunities.
Yeah.
He loves
cool.
you, so he'll it'll
I
be
feel
fine.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
it'll be
right.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay?
So good. I didn't feel like I did the wrong thing then.
No.
I wasn't sure. Okay,
No,
cool.
come out of
Thank
your
you.
head. No, you did fine.
Cool. Thank you.
Amazing. Yes, James.
Also have a super chat. I have a super chat, Jesse, from Mehdi Naja.
Okay.
Who asks, how to forgive someone that humiliated you? Should you?
Yeah. You forgive even your enemy. They cannot help themselves, really. Just as you couldn't help yourself. The one thing we don't have a right to do is to hate anyone, really. And once you forgive, you never have to worry about that again. But you got to forgive, yeah. Even Black Lives Matter. The Marxist, radical, fat, black, lesbian. But you have to forgive them. Deal with them, but don't hate them. All right? They can't help it.
We get them all the time at our rally, and we have like conversations with them.
Oh, good.
And a lot of times,
Well, I'm coming next
see
week.
the little wheels spinning because we had Christian
Oh.
Walker, which was Herschel Walker's son's show, and he had a little battle with the BLM. Oh, sorry. He had a battle with the BLM members, and it was funny because it was a white, BLM member, and he's half black, and he's like, wait a second, you're telling me I'm oppressed? You don't get to tell me I'm oppressed.
Right on.
You don't get to sell oppression.
Yeah,
to me.
they don't have courage at all. That's why if they can intimidate you, they will control you. But if they can't get away with anything.
Well, what's funny is, real quickly, is one of them
I gotta go. Who
was
is
like,
this?
I know, I'm sorry. One was like, she was white, and whiter than me.
A Black Lives Matter person was white?
Very, very white.
Did you say you white?
She was very, very white, and she was telling me I have white privilege, and I looked at my skin and I said, well, number one, you're whiter than me. And then she said, and then I asked her, I said, are you a
Make it
socialist?
short.
I asked her if she
Because
was
of
a
time.
Huh?
Make it short
Oh,
because
real
of time.
quick.
Yeah.
I said, are you a socialist? And she goes, yes. I said, you're a white socialist? That means you're a Nazi. I'm for the free market. I'm the opposite of a
But
Nazi.
don't let Joel hear the word Nazi.
Huh?
Don't let Joel hear the word. See?
Oh.
See what happened? Whenever he hear the word, his hands go up like this. It just went up. He been traumatized. He can't help it. Yes.
Okay, we're gonna try Peyton in Miami, Florida again. Peyton has a hard time accepting no sex before marriage. And
Okay,
he's-
Peyton, let's try it again.
Hey, Jesse, appreciate you taking my call. Can you
Yes,
hear me?
sir.
Nice. Yeah, so as the gentleman said, I've been having a hard time accepting the idea of telling my girlfriend that we can't be having no more sex no more. But
Why?
you know,
Are
my
you
dad-
living with her?
No.
Why is it hard to
I
tell
live
her?
in Florida. I moved out here for school, and she lives in Arizona, where I
Oh,
used to
okay. Well, you're not having sex from Florida to Arizona, are you?
be. No, well, she actually just came up and visited me, so
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
sorry?
in that instance.
So what?
Yeah, she just came up and visited me last week, so she was here for a while. and
She
was
stayed
just
at your place?
Well, yeah, she was at my place. She stayed with me for like 11 days.
Oh, okay. And so why is it hard to tell her?
You know, I've never done that with a girlfriend before, which is funny to say because I've never been in a relationship where I'm like, yeah, we can't have sex because I'm waiting for marriage.
Right.
So I feel that it's the right thing to do because she's a girl I like a lot and
Right
someone
on.
I could see myself marrying. So it's scary to do something like that when I've never done it before and I don't know really how to like start that conversation and just be like, hey, guess what? No more sex.
Are you afraid of losing her?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
You got to do it. Don't ever let anybody or anything or any place be so important to you that you're afraid to lose it. It will control
Wait,
you.
actually, I said that wrong. I'm not afraid of losing her. I'm afraid of saying that. Like, I don't think we should have sex. And then eventually down the road, we're hanging out, and then I start, like, maybe we have, like, something to drink, and then I'm like, hey, baby, how's it going? Like, want to go? And then now I look like a hypocrite.
I know
if
what
just
you
make
mean.
This statement.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
Yeah, in the morning. It's hard for me at night because I get
We
sleepy.
do it morning and night. But don't worry about tomorrow. You do what you need to do now and let tomorrow take care of itself.
Okay.
You're worried about something that has not happened. So come out of your head and let tomorrow take care of itself. You'll be able to deal with it in the right way.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah, don't worry about tomorrow. Do what's right now.
Yeah, and then I know you guys might be short on time, but do you mind if I weigh in on your question of the week about women and judge and stuff?
Oh, what was the question of the week?
If Donald Trump should
No,
put a
it
woman
was
in the spot
about, the question was, if a person don't own land, should they be allowed to vote?
Oh, I was thinking of a different question, but yeah, no, I was with you on that question. I mean, you got to have some skin in the game to make a good decision about what's going on.
So if they don't own land, they should not be allowed to vote?
No, I wouldn't say like completely because again, like as a young guy without land, I still think my voice should be heard. It'd real suck if some dude bought up all the land and then now my voice can't be heard because I can't get land because someone won't let me have it.
So you're saying, yes, you should be allowed to vote if you don't own land?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
But I like the idea of having more strict.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you. I'll put my 2 cents in a minute. I appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, no, thanks for taking my call, Jesse. Appreciate you a lot.
You're welcome. Should a person be allowed to vote if they don't own land?
I will say no, they should not be allowed.
They should not be allowed?
They should not be allowed.
And why not?
Because, especially right now, everybody's just controlled by, well, most people are controlled by just like the media and their emotions, and they're not making logical, wise decisions.
Oh, okay.
And it's not, I wouldn't trust people to vote right now. I think they were pushing for minors to like vote, like
Yeah.
under 18.
Yeah.
And like I said, many of my students talk to me, and I have this student that's 15 years old going to Black Lives Matter rallies, they were protesting against CNN for not being accurate about climate change. So yeah, this is a mentality of like the teenagers right now. This is insane.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot you having troubles right now, right? Irritating news. Okay, what's going on?
Well, I I actually went to a church service with my family that's in town, and after I left, I was on the way here, and I got a message from the DMV saying that I have to be in Daly City tomorrow morning at 10.
From the who?
Daly City, DMV, so it's close to San Francisco.
You got a message from them after church?
Yeah.
You have to be up there in the morning?
Yeah, 10 a.m. to take a driving test and who knows what else because...
Oh, that's what's bothering you?
Well, yeah, because now I have to figure out whose vehicle I'm going to use to take me there because I'm not able to drive my own vehicle.
Why don't you just let them know you're in LA right now and reschedule?
And that's why I'm irritated because I'm dealing with the DMV driver safety and only San Francisco will handle my matter.
So does that mean they won't let you reschedule if you call up?
Well, it's kind of like not really up to me because my license is currently suspended.
Right.
And essentially what happened is I was reported to the DMV by South San Francisco Police Department because they didn't like my signature on the citation. So they said that I was mentally unstable, and I'm basically under the same category as somebody with seizures and stuff like that. So I had to get physical and, you know, just all this ridiculous.
So you signed the citation like a crazy person?
No, I wrote under duress, which is well within my rights, and I've done it before.
You signed that as your name?
Well, I signed the signature that I chose to sign. It doesn't matter if it's my name or
when
not.
they told you to write your name on this line, you wrote under due duress?
Under duress, yes.
Instead of your name?
Yes.
Are you crazy?
No.
Why you do that, man?
Because I don't have time to go to court, and they just send me the bill in the mail.
But you're supposed to be signing your name, though, right?
No.
You just telling why you want to skip, you can't do it?
Well, that's what I've done in the past. And
What am I not understanding? Anybody understand what
it's
you're
just,
saying?
you know, my part of my rights that I have as a U.S. citizen.
Oh. Can somebody explain this? What he's saying? You understand what he's saying?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened?
Well, there's a lot of, oh, I'm sorry. With the Department for Marooning Vehicles, there's a lot of red tape. So if any little thing is wrong, they can hold everything up. And what happens is you get put in the system a certain way, like I guess he got put as either unstable or medically unsound. Then it could be a big mess to undo it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
And so
yeah.
why did he sign his name?
I
in
would
the wrong
say
way?
in that sense, it's what, like you just told me, maybe he should have done what they wanted in certain cases, like I did for that dumb fine for that girl.
Yeah.
But he thought, that's maybe what would have happened to us if I fought it. Sometimes you can't fight it. It's, you fight the law and the law won.
But what I'm trying to understand, he got stopped by the cops, right?
Yeah.
And then they gave him a citation.
Right.
And before they gave it to him, they said, sign your name.
Right, and the reason
And
some
instead
people
of
do
putting
not,
what's
yeah,
your
I'm sorry.
name?
The reason he did not is because if you sign it, you're saying you agree to their terms and that you agree to sign it up to go to court. Because then if you lose the
But
thing,
don't you go to court and fight it?
well, yes, but I guess what some people do is they say, I do not agree that with your judgment over me that I have to go to court. Because if you simply sign your name, then later if you don't get the summons, they'll say the summons was what you signed when I pulled you over. So he
Oh.
tried to fight
So
it
can't
like
you
that.
Make a
Yeah,
note
so that's
on
what
the
happened.
Citation, I'm doing this and I don't want to.
Right,
But still sign it.
because if you sign it, you are agreeing to any dumb thing they do in the future. But
So
most
what
of us
should
just
he
do
do
it.
now?
I don't know. Now it's a mess.
What a mess. Smoke a joint and relax. Oh, yeah, I'm just playing. Don't smoke a joint. But listen, do the silent prayer. I don't know, since you're in this mess, and just have a wait and see attitude. Don't be in your head about it. It'll work itself out.
I agree with you. I just, you know, it just happened so fast. And,
Yeah.
you know, when I hear everybody discussing what they have going on,
Right
I
on.
start thinking about what I have going on. And
Yeah, don't get in your head about it. All right? And just go and start dealing with it, but stay out of your head, and it'll all work out for you.
I believe so.
All right? I wish you well with that, man.
Thank you.
All right. Amazing. The other day I was at a meeting with a bunch of millennials, and there were about 50 of them or so. And so the word homosexuality and lesbian came up because they hear me on that a lot. And so I asked them, do you think that's normal? I just asked, do you think? And most of them said yes. And I asked why. They said, well, all their lives they've gone to school with them, their friends are that way, so they don't see it as abnormal. And I didn't know that. And I'm like, wow, no wonder. And then I realized they do it in school now, in high schools and things like that. That's a part of the brainwashing that has taken place. But I didn't know that they saw it as abnormal. Did y'all know that? I mean, as normal. Oh, they've grown up with it. Amazing. Brainwashing. Anyway, do you see homosexuality as normal or abnormal?
Abnormal.
What's abnormal about it?
Oh, it's because it's evil.
What's evil about it?
Because the way the humans work and animals, you have to have one.
Speak into the microphone.
You have to have a male animal and a female, and then they have a baby. Homosexuals can't do that.
And so that make it evil?
Yeah, because let's say everybody turns homosexual, then there's going to be no more human race. So it's evil.
Do you think of it as evil too?
Yes.
Oh, you do? And why? Let him have the mic. Why?
Homosexuality is evil?
Yeah.
I think it's evil because, like, how is there any spiritual order if you're homosexual and you're in a homosexual relationship?
Well, how about men and women who are in it, but they don't know how to get out of it? They know something's wrong with it. They're not pushing it as, okay, I'm born this way. Would they be evil as well?
So you're saying they're homosexual, but they don't know it's wrong?
Like any fallen state, yeah. When you're in a fallen state, anything is possible.
Well,
so
you're
those
wrong if you're
people who are
wrong.
into it, but just don't know how to overcome it, would they be considered evil?
Yes.
And why?
It's black and white. If you're evil, you're evil. If you're good, you're good.
Even if they don't know, they know it's wrong, but they don't know how to overcome it?
If they know, say that again?
They know something is wrong, but they don't know how to overcome it. Would that be considered evil?
Well, at that point, you're a truth seeker. I don't know if you're a seeker, if you're good or evil.
They're not even seeking. They just know their inner lifestyle. They don't know how to overcome it.
Well,
they know something's wrong. They may be even participating, but they know something's wrong.
Well, doesn't that go to
Have you ever done something you knew it was wrong,
Right.
but you did it anyway?
Yeah.
Were you evil? Uh-huh.
Well, I'm thinking about the concept where, like, the moment that you know that you're wrong, that's like the first step towards coming back to the light.
No, but I'm saying you did something that you didn't know, that you knew it was wrong, but you didn't
Right.
think of it as you being wrong. You know what I mean?
No.
Was it evil?
The action or you?
This thing you did, man. What the? You smoke pot?
No.
You stopped?
Yeah.
I'll come back to you.
Okay.
What do you think about that question? The men and women who are in the lifestyle, they know something is wrong with them, but they don't know how to overcome it. Are they evil?
Yes.
And why?
Because it doesn't align with what God intended.
What did God intend?
Man and woman get married, have a family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You smoke pot?
No.
Oh, good. Who think if you're into it, you just don't know how to overcome it, that is evil? I mean, who think that is not evil? Oh, good. I mean, not good, but let me ask you this, Samuel, the young man right here. So you don't, if a man or woman is into that lifestyle, they don't know how to overcome it. They know something's wrong, even though they're participating. Are they evil?
No, I don't think they're evil.
And why is that?
As long as they're not maybe engaging in like homosexual, relationships, like I don't think it's evil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This your first time here?
Yep.
Oh, it is? What's your name?
Bobby.
Welcome, Bobby.
Yep.
Where you from?
I'm actually from like just a mile that way. Yeah.
Wow, that way.
That way, yeah.
That could be anywhere.
Yep.
As long as it's that way. And so, thank you for coming. Any questions for me or disagreements?
Let me try and think. Oh yeah, like where in the Bible does it say you have to forgive your parents?
God said that if you have, number one, we should honor our parents.
Mm-hmm.
That means don't hate them. It doesn't mean they can control you, because they make mistakes with us while they're raising us. So to honor them just simply means you don't hate them. And when you don't hate them, you automatically love them.
Okay. All right.
Have you gone and forgiven yours?
No, not
Why
at all. I don't really have like the reason like to forgive them. Like I don't really know what I have to forgive them for yet.
Right. Are you living with them?
No.
Are you living on your own now?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And so they made no mistakes with you while raising you?
No, I mean they definitely made mistakes like all like imperfect humans do, but yeah.
So what did your mother do you wish she did not do or would stop doing now?
I was definitely like a mama's boy.
Yeah.
And she like totally was okay with that, you know. She didn't say like, hey, maybe, you know, go over there, like,
right.
You know, like, or hey, maybe like don't sleep in my bed tonight, you know, like, you know what I mean?
Forgive her for that.
Yeah.
That was evil.
Okay.
Because in that she made you turn you toward her and turned you away from your father.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I was definitely closer with her than my father.
Yeah.
And then I realized, you know.
Yeah, forgive her for that. That was wrong.
Yeah.
Do your parents live together now? Are they still together?
Yeah, happily married, yeah.
What did your father say about her doing that to you?
Nothing, no.
Why not?
I mean, he has a really good heart, but I just think he, you know, I don't totally understand the situation actually, but.
Go to him and ask him.
Yeah.
Just say, hey,
ask him why. Ask him
why
what.
didn't you protect me from her when you were doing that? And he'll tell you. That'll help you to understand him better, and it'll be amazing.
Okay.
All right?
All right, thank you so much. Like,
you're welcome, man.
Been watching The Fallen State for like a year now.
Right on.
I appreciate you. Yeah.
I'm glad you finally made it from over there.
Yeah. Just over there, yeah.
All right, I'm glad you're here. So, Samuel, are those people evil? And why do you say no?
No, I don't think they're evil. I think they just there's a spirit in them that is evil that doesn't let them see that is wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's wrong, though.
Unless they promote it like, God made me this way, I'm Black Lives Matter, I'm going to do what I want. It's not evil, because in that fallen state, you find yourself doing all kinds of things. And God understands it as long as you don't accept evil as good. And so he's not holding that. So there are a lot of young people, especially with the world being the way it is today, they see it in school, it's everywhere now. They are not necessarily evil. They just don't know how to overcome it.
Yep.
All right?
Can I answer oh, my bad. Go on.
What? What nice guy? What'd you call him? Lovely. She should have never told me that. We're going to put on your car, Lovely car washing guy. That's the name of your company.
Lovely car wash?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I wanted to answer the biblical question.
About if you don't own land, should you be allowed to vote?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Maybe the presidential election, let everybody vote.
Yeah.
And then the local elections, only people that own land.
Oh, okay.
And I think that.
Why the difference?
The difference because, like, when people live in a community, and if you own land in that community, you have more of like a love and respect for that area that you live in, and you're gonna protect it, and that will naturally open up people to the idea of like, wait, let me vote for the person that's for my interest in the presidential election.
So you're saying in the local government,
it should be only people that own land.
Own land should be able to vote. But federal government,
allow everybody.
With taxpayers or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe that makes sense a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Okay. What do you think about that in the brown jacket?
Oh my gosh.
How you doing?
Good, really good actually.
You stand on your head and everything?
Yeah, actually I was gonna say a testimony about the silent prayer. And I know people might not do it because they don't see it as so much importance.
Yeah.
Like if they tell you, oh, you know what, like I'm gonna give you $1,000 if you do the silent prayer, they will do it for sure. But it is more worthy than that. So that's been helping me a lot actually.
Stay with the silent prayer, folks.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about something you said. One of you guys said about your parents or stepfather being an example. No human being can make you grow into a man. Not even your own father, he doesn't make you grow into a man. What he does is he is an example of it, meaning that he's a perfect love, he's dealing with life in the right way, he deals with your mother in the right way. You see him, because we are a spirit. We're not this physical. We are a spirit created in the image of God. And so when you return to the Father, he will cause you to grow into a man. And it's not anything like what you think a man is, right? But it's like a flower, and the sun is shining on the flower. You will grow into a man, and a lady will grow into a woman, because your spirit, the real you, will develop into that. So that's why we need good examples in the home, because the father's like the light that the children look at. But when that light go out, it's the same way for women. Women need men to be of the light, so they can see the right way to go. But when that light go out, the women lose their way. And that's why the men need the Christ, and the women need the men. They need you to be perfect, so they can see the right way to go. All right? That makes sense?
Yes. So based upon the question, I think, well, what he said is really like interesting, is an interesting point. But in general, I think, no, they shouldn't, because I think voting is a privilege. You know, voting is such a privilege for people that really care about your land and your country.
Yeah.
And when you get people that don't, when you get people that own land, they care about their country, they care about what they have. But if not, they're just going to nag about things and feel entitled.
So you're saying no, they should not be allowed to vote?
No, that's a
Okay.
privilege, and it shouldn't be for everybody.
I don't think that if you don't own, I think that if you don't own land, you should not be allowed to vote. Because the people who vote, they are voting for their own personal interests, right? So they may want cheaper rent, or they may want not to pay rent. They have a bill coming up in November in California. You're going to be able to vote if the person should pay rent or not anymore due to the Chinese virus. So those people should not be allowed to vote, because the people who own the property are going to suffer. Because the people who have to pay rent going to definitely vote, no, I don't want to pay rent. And now you got to pay the bill anyway, right? And so there was a time in this country where you had to own land in order to vote. Even black slaves who were free, if they owned land, they were allowed to vote because they owned land. So when I become president, we go back to that. Amazing. Let me take him first and you, and then I got to end it. Yes, sir. Yes.
So I was thinking about this question this week because I've been taking a lot of interest in real estate lately.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. That answer totally makes sense. But you gotta if you really want to get into the nitty gritty of it, like go to downtown LA. I think there's, I mean, not like even though it's a mess, but like property wise, like a lot of it's owned by foreign companies. Yeah. Like the physical like the U.S. Bank building, ironically, is owned by, I think, like a Singapore company.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it's, if you really want to get into like into the nitty gritty of that, like where do we land with that? Like, and then even in like the regular parts of LA, where like these development companies, some of them are foreign as well, are buying up property and
all
building
over
these,
the place.
Yeah. So
this building is supposed to be turned into a place like that too.
Yeah. And it's just like, where does that leave us?
Well, we have to change that too.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got to be, if you own land, you care about it.
That's the theory, but
when you pay rent, you don't care as much. Oh, maybe not even at all in some cases. Yes, sir, real fast.
Yeah, about the homosexuality and all this sinning, and then sometimes you talk about these topics and you're like, amazing, like how can this be? And to me, it's like normal because we've been growing up in social media, it's like internet culture. So for you, it's amazing, but for me, like it's easy to see it because for one, like let's say for example for food, like sometimes I'll wake up in the morning, late at night eating Twinkies, That's nothing good for me. Same thing with the sex. I'm just trying to pleasure myself. I don't care if that's a dude dressed like a girl. Like I'm only care about my pleasure.
Yeah.
So you said it before, and I just want to say it again that we gotta stop hating everybody because I'll be riding on my bicycle, hating all the drivers, and like just in my head. So I gotta love the drivers.
That's
stop
right.
hating. and stop loving myself so much because I'm like masturbating myself to death. Like I'm
This is
eating
not the
myself
men's
to
forum.
I'm eating myself. Yeah, more cold showers. I'm eating
glad you
myself
dumped him.
sick. So that's why they're so easy to become homosexuals or lesbians.
Make sure you come to the men's forum, all right?
All right.
And then we can get all dirty and nasty.
Yeah. That's
Oh, I can hear hate going.
all right. So that's all I had to say.
So I got to do it. I got to wind down. I really appreciate. I'm glad you dumped that one. I want to ask this really fast. Have you ever apologized? I was riding down the road yesterday, and this occurred to me. Have you ever done something to someone, and you apologize for it? Anybody ever done that? Like, I'm sorry, I did that. Oh, good. How did it work out with the person you apologized to? Hold on a minute. I'm sorry?
Usually it goes pretty well, as long as I'm sincere about the apology.
And it goes well in what way?
Usually I receive the the acceptance of the apology.
And so does things change, or does the situation change with that person, or does it get worse, or?
I'll give you the most recent example I have.
Yeah.
So when you and I had counseling, you told me I needed to go back and forgive my dad for something.
Yes.
And so 2 weeks ago I did that, and I
Yeah.
said, I just want to let you know I forgive you. And then since then, he accepted the apology right away. He laughed right away. He's like, I can't even believe I said that to you.
Right on.
He was like, I was so out of place for that.
Yeah.
And then since then, it's been great. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And this is such an interesting question, and the time is running out. Doug want to respond to it. He's like jumping up and down. Doug, have you ever like offended someone, maybe a girlfriend or landlord or the crazy person down the road, and you went, or the worker, and you say, you know what, I was wrong, I'm so sorry for offending you. And have you ever done that with anyone in your whole lifetime?
Yep.
How did it work out?
Most of the time, it'll be over in a minute.
And the person say okay, and they still friendly and everything?
Right.
They don't change? And do they get mad if you should do it again?
Yeah, they would. Sometimes they would, yeah.
So they didn't accept the first apology then, right?
In that sense, probably not.
Have you ever thought about that?
Not to any depth.
I don't know why. I know why this occurred. I was literally riding down the road. I was going to the barber shop, and all of a sudden I realized that. I'm like, wow, that's so cool. Oh, y'all like my beard or what? Yes. Do you like it? Oh, I hate shaving. It's manly. It's easier this way.
It's alpha.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Doug. I accept your apology.
Shave that mess off.
Have you ever done that, Joel? Apologize to someone and they seem to be okay with it, but if you make one other mistake, they're back mad again at you.
Oh, yeah.
And what do you think about that?
Well, then they're being nice, but they haven't dealt with their issue.
What's going on?
Some man fell.
He fell down? Is he a bum? Oh, he's a bum? Don't yell at him till you got to get up and go. Use your man voice. What? Use your extra man voice. So listen. Huh? Okay, so you have done that? Yes. Let me tell you what I realized from that. What? I got an end. Can you make it really short? Yes. Okay, go ahead.
I think, and I thought about this too, because I used to be this person.
I wasn't even thinking about it. I just ride down the road, it occurred to me.
I think that it's mostly when you say I apologize, you bring yourself like into a level where you are like, and it seems that you're like not submitting, but like you're like kind of like humbling yourself or whatever. But at the same time, the other person, if they're like have that evil spirit, they will take it upon you. And I've done that too. I've done it with my friends and my family.
Oh, okay.
I've taken upon, you apologize, then you did this or that, and I bring it up, and it's just evil. Sometimes sometimes it's better to just do the action than say the word. Sometimes it's just better to do good unto them again than say, oh, I apologize, because it's kind of like you're signing something. The other person seemed to have to take it like that.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
What I realized from it is that God said that we should forgive, right? Nowhere in the Bible it says go and apologize. It says to forgive, don't hate. But the world say apologize. And I noticed that when you apologize to people, they are okay for a minute, but then you say something else they don't like, or you do something right away, they're mad at you again, right? But if you go and forgive them, meaning that you don't judge them, I'm wrong for judging you for whatever. There is a different thing take place. It doesn't come back and you have to repeat it, you have to forgive again or apologize again. Forgiveness and apology are totally two different things. Forgiveness is from God, and an apology is from the world. It's a false imitation of forgiveness. Because a lot of people apologize, but you see them the next day, they'll hear something that they thought that you said or something. But when you forgive, you have perfect love. You don't go back to that and repeat it. You're not going to ever be mad at that person again. So that's why we should forgive. And then if you're honest with people and they are offended, you forgive them anyway, right? It's not your deal, it's theirs. But if you apologize to them, you find yourself catering to them all the time. So it's a difference between forgiving and apologizing. Because a lot of times you can be honest with people, they're offended by it, and you don't mean any harm because you are of love. So it's a difference between apology and forgiving. Don't hold anything against anyone, and don't judge. That's why you go and forgive your parents, because they can't help themselves, and then you'll be free from it. And you'll be in the world, but not of it. All right, that makes sense a little bit? Yeah. Smoke on it. I shouldn't say that because you get the millennials an excuse to smoke. Right. When Jesse said smoke on it, I'm just playing. Don't smoke. Is this your first time here? Yes. Oh, she's going to have the last word. I'm so glad you're here. So what's your name?
Denise.
Denise?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome. How did you hear about us?
My dad.
Oh, right on. Any questions or disagreements?
No.
Have you forgiven your mother?
Yeah.
You went to her?
Yeah.
And how did it go?
Good. It's always good.
So you went to your mother and what did you say?
She loves me.
So what?
She loves me.
You got to go back. That's wrong, mama. So what did you say to her, if you can tell us?
We've honestly been very close. We've never really, we've had our disagreements, but I feel like it's always worked out with me and my mom.
What have you disagreed with her about? An example of it.
I don't agree with her mindset sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm the older person.
Yeah.
I'm the adult.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
You need to go and forgive her about that, for that.
Yeah.
Just say, you know what, Mom, I've been resenting you because you're not grown. You know, I feel like I'm the adult and you're the child. You're kind of off. And forgive her for that, all right? And then you're going to start dealing with her as an adult and not as her daughter. And that's what love is. You'll be able to speak up to her, disagree with her, and agree when it's time to agree. But you got to become an adult now. Otherwise, she's going to control you with that false love. Did your father tell you to go and forgive her?
Always.
And why have you done it about that?
It's been a process.
What kind of process?
Just growing up, along the way,
Are you still living with her?
Yeah.
Oh, how old are you?
21.
Why are you still there?
I'm still trying to go to school too. Just
Get a job.
yeah, yeah.
Get out of there.
Okay.
She's gonna kill you.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Get out.
Right.
Am I giving her the wrong advice?
100%, Jesse. Life is the journey. So
she needs to live her own life.
Right.
When she lives her own life, she'll be able to have a relationship, and she won't inherit somebody else's problems.
Yep.
And so she will be able to submit to a man in her own right way without all the luggage.
That's right. So have you forgiven your father for not protecting you from your mother?
Yeah.
You told him?
Yeah.
You said, Dad, I forgive you for not protecting me from this crazy woman.
He's always protected me.
Oh, he
like,
stood up for you?
Always.
Oh, good.
Always. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, forgive your mother, and then go, if you want to go to school, pay for your own school. Work, save your money, and pay for it yourself.
Yeah.
It'll be amazing for you.
Yeah.
All right? And do the silent prayer.
I will.
All right? Any questions for me?
No.
Any disagreements?
No.
I'm glad you're here.
Thank
Make
you.
sure you come back, all right?
I will.
Okay. So listen, I got to end my brand new biblical question. So I want you to think about apologizing and forgiveness. It's two different things. All right? Should President Trump pick a man or woman for the U.S. Supreme Court position? Let me ask a woman hater. Should the president pick a man or a woman? Daniel. Daniel, looking around.
Can I ask you something else?
Yes.
Dang, never mind. It's kind of long, that's why.
Make it short.
All right, so my dad got arrested like 3 weeks ago.
Your father got arrested?
Yeah, and
Nice.
he's been asking me for money, but I don't have money.
Right.
But I want to ask his mom, or I want to tell his mom.
Yeah. Tell his mother you're not giving him a dime. She can give it to him if she wants.
Because she's going to give me like an inheritance.
Yeah.
But I prefer to give
No, don't you say your mother. The one thing I tell the guys.
I don't want the inheritance, though.
So what?
I don't want her inheritance.
You don't want it?
No.
Why not?
I'd rather help my dad out.
So you want your grandmother to give your father your money? You crazy? Why? That's not helping him.
I'd rather just tell, because she doesn't know. She doesn't know that he got arrested.
But why don't you take your money and invest it and let your father figure out his own life?
Because I feel like that's his money, not really mine. She just likes me more than him for some reason.
But you don't need to be feeling all that. That's on her, what you want to do. So, you know what I'm saying? I would take it, buy some land, or invest it, and use it for the good.
But she's like 87.
Oh, good. She'll be dying real soon.
No.
Hurry up and let her know.
I let her know, right?
Huh?
I should let her know, right?
Don't give my money to my daddy.
Oh, right. But let her
Save
know
your
that.
money, 'cause
Let her know that he got arrested.
Right.
All
Leave him
right.
in jail.
Yeah.
Until after she died, and then you had the money. All right? But don't reject it. Just take it and use it. Be grateful and use it for the good. You're out in California on your own right now, and it's so expensive out here. You can buy land. Use it wisely.
Definitely.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think
That.
he needs to tell the grandmother that he got arrested. I agree.
Oh, well, stay out of it if she's going to give him your money.
I just
Why
wanted.
does he call grandmama?
I told him to do that, but he's scared of his mom.
Oh, we didn't let him suffer. He'll call.
So I shouldn't tell the grandma.
No. He need to grow up, so this may be an opportunity for him to start dealing with it.
He's been arrested like 4 times throughout my life. It's never changed him. I
Well,
think.
leave him in jail until he learn.
I think me telling his mom would do more than him going to jail.
No, let him deal with that. Don't be mama.
All right.
Yeah. Your father's older than you. Let him start dealing with his mother. Don't be his mother and get him a way out. He need to grow up. That makes sense?
That makes sense. I really want to tell her, but.
Don't tell her. What the? Let him suffer. One thing when you go to jail, I don't accept collect calls. I don't put money on the books, and I don't visit. So you in jail, you in there. All right? So leave your father in there, let him figure it out. If you love him, you leave him there.
I'm not going to give him any of my money. I just want the inheritance.
No, let them work that out. You stay out of it.
All right, yeah.
All right? I can tell you're going to tell her, huh?
I'm gonna smoke on it.
Yeah. He just playing about the real smoke. All right. So, I wanted to ask you, should the president pick a man or a woman?
Man,
See, I told you he was a woman hater. No wonder you want to tell grandma. Why a man?
I mean, because women, they get their periods.
They get their what?
Their periods.
Oh, gross. Yeah,
And they can't make decisions. Yeah, they can't make decisions that day.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's let me ask the young man right next to you. Should the president pick a man or a woman for the Supreme Court position?
Man.
A man?
Yeah.
This your first time here?
Second.
And why you say a man?
Just more focus and headstrong.
Oh, amazing. Let me find a woman-hating man. Mary, what you say? Should the president pick a man or a woman?
I say that he should pick a man, but not on the order of Kavanaugh.
Oh.
Because Kavanaugh is like.
Okay. The young lady in the brown, what'd you say real fast? Yes.
Politically, I think he should pick a woman.
And why?
Politically, because it's to replace a woman, and people will go nuts if he doesn't.
And?
I do think, in general, a man would make a better judge, but I don't think it's impossible that a very rare woman would make an excellent judge.
So, but
As long as he found-
politically, you think he should pick a woman?
Politically, I think he should.
Who
Yeah,
would
Judge
you-
Judy. Nobody's
What-
better than Judge
what
Judy.
happened?
No man is better than Judge Judy. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. All right. Whatever. All right, that's the biblical question for this week, all right? Thank you all for tuning in. I absolutely appreciate it. Do the silent prayer because I can't help you. I'm just pointing you back to the source that can help you. And we all have to come out of that fallen state. You must be born again. And the only way you're going to come out, you have to overcome anger, which is the nature of Satan. So you must go and forgive your mothers and return to the fathers. All people have to do that. All right? Do the silent prayer. Speak up, but don't resent. And doubt every thought. Just live in the presence of God, and it will be amazing for you. Your life will unfold. Thank you for your support, your donations to Barn and to the church, and Super Chats and all that. We will read them tomorrow, the Super Chats at D-Live. Also, we're going to be in Florida on the 1st of next month, right? 2nd and 3rd of October. So go to my website, rebuildingtheman.com. Is that right, Hermes? JesseLeePeterson.com and check it out. For those who are already down there, it's going to be amazing. And those who are coming, we're going to have a good time, all right? They're having a conference down there for men and women, so I'll be speaking to the women group and to the men group. Ooh, that's going to be amazing. So that's the next month. Also, check out the radio show Monday through Friday, the Hate Report Monday through Friday from 9 to 11. And my show is from 6 to 9. And anything else? That's it. And make sure you're on our mailing list as well because we have a brand new newsletter coming up. And if you want to receive it, you have to be on the mailing list. No cost. No cost for you. And thank you all for coming today. I absolutely appreciate it. Listen, stay with the silent prayer. It's a spiritual battle. Everything is spiritual. All right? And so when you forgive and your mind starts to tell you, oh, you haven't done it right, don't believe that thought. It's another lie that's trying to draw you back in before you can get over it. Doubt every thought. Every thought is a lie. All right? Every thought about anything. Whatever happened yesterday, it doesn't exist today. It happened then. It's not happening now. But Satan makes you think it's happening now. It's all a lie. All right? Everything that happens now, and the next now has its own thing. All right? So stop hating one another. Don't hate the gays. They can't help it. Even the Black Lives Matter, they can't help it. Speak up and disagree, but don't hate. All right? I know you had your hand. Is it a short question? You remember?
It's a comment.
A comment. Make it real. Because you're from Compton, right?
No, just South Central.
Same thing. So I'm gonna be nice to you.
Yeah.
Real fast.
I just noticed just from discovering you and just other places that I realized that I'm breaking the cycle with my family.
Yes.
I had a conversation with my dad, and I asked him about his side of the family.
Right on.
And the way he was saying it, he sounded like he was like me when he was younger, like dealing with an emotional mom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I'm gaining more knowledge, and like whatever happens in the future, I'm gonna break the cycle of
You
dramatic
start a
black
new
family.
generation, man.
Yeah, yeah.
A generation of love rather than hate.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Everybody who's waking up, you're starting a new generation. And when you get married, raise children, or when you're out there in the world, you're spreading love rather than hate. And that love that comes through you is greater than the fallen state love. All right? So thank you all for coming today. It was absolutely amazing. And come on up, Franky. We got to sing birthday thing to the old man real fast. So, Franky, sit here so they can see you on camera. I want y'all to see him. He's so old. Sit down. Have a seat. That's right. And he's like a Mexican black. Oh, habla español. See, so today is Francisco's birthday, and then after that, Joel coming with the basket, Jay with the credit card, we out of here. Yesterday was Franky's birthday. How old did you turn?
Almost 60.
See how crazy he is? How old did you turn yesterday?
59.
Amazing. So what is it like to be 59?
Good. It's good.
You lying to yourself?
I'm at the best I've ever been.
Oh, yeah? See now.
Long is good for me, right?
So Francisco run the meeting sometime. He's on the board of bond. He's been around forever, really committed to helping us. All right. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Francisco. Happy birthday to you. Amazing. So, any comment or anything you want to say?
Best. I'm telling you, it's the best. I haven't had a Christmas or birthday like this.
Oh, amazing. All right. Okay, you can go now. Oh, anyway, thank you all so much. It's amazing, and I'll see you next week, all right? All right. So, Joel coming with the thing, I want to just welcome the first-timers. Any first-timers here? Oh, this